bedtime. Space is proud to sponsor the Midnight Madness program at the 2011 Toronto International Film Festival. At the witching hour, get your fill of shocking and rocking movies. The Midnight Madness program at the Toronto International Film Festival, September 8th to 18th. Brought to you by Space.
Hi, it's Robert Mitchell at the 2011 Toronto International Film Festival. It's night 7 of Midnight Madness, and tonight we're here for Lovely Molly. Good, welcome to the world premiere of your film.
Thank you.
Can I ask you, where did you come up with the idea for Lovely Molly?
You know, my writing partner came up with the idea of she came up with the idea of something of a person videotaping themselves going through a possession, and I thought it was like a really crazy idea, and so I started writing the script, and it became something more than that. But that's really the germ of the idea, and I've been wanting to write an exorcism script for a long time, and kind of that's how it came up.
What is it about the horror genre that you keep coming back to? What excites you about writing horror type stories?
Well, you know what, the thing about the horror genre is that you have, it has a bunch of subgenres, so you can do, you can lay in a bunch of different things. You can do a little bit of comedy, you can do action, and then also what I love about it is that you can deal with with some issues, some heavy issues that you really can't deal with in other films other than social dramas. So like Lovely Molly deals with some things that in a normal film would categorize as strictly as a drama. But because it has horror elements, you can kind of gauge, you can grab a bigger audience, and you can kind of make it a little bit wider, more acceptable. And that's what I really love about the idea about like dealing with kind of these kind of heavy topics, but in a horror genre. It makes it, for some reason, it just makes it a little lighter. You can
also put comedy into a horror film. There's so many different layers to that genre. In one film, you can do that.
Yeah, there's so many subgenres, and kind of there's like there's so many different styles that are acceptable. And it's the only genre that kind of has that that the multi-layering there. Yeah, absolutely.
I was wondering, this Gretchen's first role, she's the lead actress, the title character. How long of a process was it to find the lead actress, and what was it about her that you're like, she's my actress?
We went back to kind of the Blair Witch template, and we went to New York and just basically put an ad in Backstage and auditioned a bunch of people that mostly non-union, and I just wanted to kind of see this raw talent, you know what I mean? And Gretchen came in, I don't know if it was the first day or the second day, but I definitely had seen at least 100 people do the same scene, and it was a scene that I wrote. We were like in the middle of New York, and this air conditioning's running, fluorescent lights, and she came in and she completely mesmerized me. And at the end, she left the audition, and I looked over at the executive producer. I was like, all right, I think we found our Molly. It was just kind of this thing where and we had some other talented actresses that were in the running, but for some reason I just kept going back to Gretchen, and my instincts paid off because she does an incredible job in the film.
That's great. It says a lot to your instincts as a director, and having that trust in somebody who's one of her first roles.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, it's definitely a leap of faith, But my thing is that the reason we kind of stay indie is that we can make these decisions. I mean, it seems like if this was a studio film, probably not going to happen. But the fact that we're running the show ourselves, we can make these kind of decisions and make these kind of things that in a studio movie never would happen in the world. And and that's kind of like the great thing about indie is that you can take chances, and you can kind of just basically break the rules, and nobody's there to, you're signing the check, so, you can get...
I mean, you have the freedom. So the more money, the less freedom. But no, you're doing it.
I mean, look, there's a reason why pretty much I mean, not 100%, but most of the great the kind of innovative horror movies are coming out of the indie field right now. It's just that. Yeah, I mean, it's always been like that, I mean, the thing is that for horror, you kind of need to keep reinventing things, and the studios just, they're not built for that. They're business machines. I mean, they find that there's one successful thing, and they just keep that's what they want to repeat until the next big thing. So, look, I completely understand. I mean, the idea that we kept the budget on The Living Life very cheap, and we were able to make those, we were able to take those chances. But yeah, I understand. I mean, look, studios, they have a lot of money, and it's a business. I mean, I completely understand. You want to kind of, minimize your risk. So, it's an understandable. But at the same time, it doesn't really promote, the most innovative, filmmaker. So.
It's great to meet you. Obviously, it's premiering in like a couple of minutes, so I won't take your time. It was great to meet you, and
thanks a lot.
Hope you enjoy it, and best of luck.